What's up, guys? It's Armani, and I'm here with
Chris Bryan,
and we are local realtors here in the GTA and Toronto area, and we're here to make a very quick video just to talk about new challenges in terms of being a new realtor. Now, Chris has been licensed for about a couple of years now, and in his time, he's actually gained a ton of experience, and he's here to help me make a video so we can help new realtors that are in the business kind of learn some of the challenges and how to surpass them and get past them. And we're also here to show you, if you're thinking of becoming a realtor, what you can possibly expect when you get your license. So Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you doing the video with me. So if you can just chat about a few reasons or a few things that kind of stood out to you in terms of what were challenges and how you're kind of dealing with them and surpassing them.
Definitely. So I think the biggest and first challenge that everyone faces when they go into a new field, especially in real estate, something where it's kind of your own business and you don't really have a boss per se saying go in at 8 o'clock, you need to be here from 8 to 3 doing this exact task, is staying motivated. Okay. Staying motivated is probably, if not the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenges for sure, because there's no one telling you have to do A, B, and C today. There's no one saying get out of your bed, you have to be there right now. You
gotta kick yourself out of bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So motivation's also like a battle between yourself.
Of course.
So that challenge and staying motivated is a consistent thing every day. So I think the way to overcome it is you have to realize that you're not gonna be motivated every day. So some days you're gonna be so excited to go door knock, meet clients, whatever it is, and some days you're just gonna feel bad and you have to push through that. And the more tasks that you get completed, the more motivated you get. So it's kind of like a perpetual thing. Once you complete one task and you meet with one client, you door knock and it gets successful, then you start to see the ball rolling.
Of course.
And that's kind of how the motivation continues to rise.
Definitely. For me, I've been in the business now 10 years. It's a constant challenge and it's definitely a constant struggle. You're working from your house. It's so easy just to go upstairs or whatever it is, kick your feet up, watch TV, lie back and just relax. You know what I mean? But
100%.
It's one of those things where you got to keep pushing. And at the end of the day, real estate, guys, it's cyclical. The work that you do today pays you in 6 months to a year to 2 years, right? So you have to make sure you tell yourself, listen, if what I don't do today, I'm gonna not get later on, right? So
exactly. And
next point, let us know what else.
You brought it perfectly. You kind of made it all flow together.
Awesome. So I'm glad I could do that.
So the second point I would think is, it's definitely that cyclical environment. So when I'm doing something today, I can't just do it tomorrow. So I would say keeping up and following up with clients. So
that's super important.
100%.
To me, a lot of real estate agents, they kind of focus on new business and they just kind of forget about people that they know. You already have a relationship with those people, so following up and keeping in touch with them is super important. So yeah, why was that a struggle for you, and how did you kind of get past that hurdle?
So you kind of touched upon it already, but I'll go into a little bit more depth. So as one of the main things, as you know, is door knocking for me. So I like to door knock all the time, so meeting new people, like you said. So I was kind of focused on meeting new clients and constantly getting new networks going and looking for new avenues to explore. And when I had the clients, following up with them, giving them a phone call every month saying, hey, how are you? Or every couple months, an email every once in a while. That was something that I didn't really put as much effort in as to door knocking and getting a new client. But I slowly realized that's where you have to spend most of your time is those connections you've already made, is strengthening them and continuing to cater to them.
Because at the end of the day, people forget about us. That's the thing, right?
100%.
And somebody else can come in, right time, right moment, and they can swoop in and basically help that person and be there when you weren't, and your deal is done.
All that work is
gone,
nothing,
right?
Yeah.
So we don't want to make too long of a video, so why don't you give us one more point and let us know what else did you really find that was a struggle for you?
Definitely. One more would probably be, I would say not knowing where to start or not knowing what to do next.
Big time. Because
there's no one giving you that A, B, and C tasks that need to be done for the day.
Of course.
It's kind of a struggle with yourself to figure out what you should do next.
This is simple. Entrepreneurs, that's how it goes. When you start a business, there's no real rules or guidelines. You don't have a boss saying you have to come in at this time, you have to do this. So for me, I definitely find that that's the biggest challenge actually that all realtors have, is not knowing where to start. So when new realtors get to their brokerages, they usually find kind of like the brokerage gives them a system or something to kind of like a guideline on what they have to do, but there's no rules. Like what I'll do will probably be different than what you'll do and what everybody else will do. So you just have to find your groove. You just have to find how you're going to go ahead and lead generate, how you're going to get new clients. I feel that it's very important setting appointments. And to me, the key to real estate is having everything be systematic. If you're not into systems, if you're going to wake up and just wing it, you will not be a top realtor. All of the top realtors that have big teams, that have that do millions of dollars in commissions every year, they have systems in place. So if you don't have systems, you're definitely going to fail as a realtor.
And I feel like this just comes, like you said, it's from every business and not only real estate. But I think the major thing with me was realizing what you're good at. So if you're a new realtor looking to get into real estate, you should really evaluate yourself. Are you good at going out and networking and door knocking? Or are you good online and emailing and over the phone? You have to play to your strengths. You do have to work on everything and get better in all facets and in every field, but you got to play on your strengths the most, what you're good at doing.
Of course. Yeah, guys, so one of the things that I also wanted to do in this video is I kind of wanted to tell everybody some of the challenges that I have now.
Let's hear some of your challenges.
I've also been a realtor, like I mentioned before, for about 10 years now. And just because I've been in the business a long time, I do still face challenges, just my challenges are quite different. So to me, one of the challenges that I find is that because of the internet now, you have a lot of buyers and sellers that say, well, you know what, that house is only worth this much, or this, or my house that I own, it's worth that much. So people, a lot of the times, they think that they know what the value is, and they think that they know what it is that we do, and that's definitely not the case at all. In a great market like we've had over the past 3 or 4 years, it was very easy to sell a house for the most part. The market was very strong, financing was very easy, or easier to come by. I shouldn't say very easy, but it was much easier to be a real estate agent. In the market that we're in now, it's actually quite challenging. Financing is way more difficult to get. Instead of there being 10 buyers in one house, now there's 10 houses in one buyer. So you really have to do your homework. And I feel that right now, the public's perception of what real estate is, it's not really that. It's something completely different. So that's...
So you would say like the main challenge is people thinking that they know the profession without actually...
Exactly, 100%. You worded it exactly the way that I was trying to explain it, right?
Yeah.
So another challenge that I really... this is kind of strong, but other realtors are definitely a challenge, just because they're not always the easiest to come by. Sometimes we do have situations where they're not the most professional, or they don't return phone calls, and it's just a shame, because in the media, people don't think that we're professionals for the most part. They don't take us seriously. They actually hate realtors. So what I always try to do is I try to change the perception of what people think about real estate agents.
Yeah, I feel like it's either like one extreme or the other, like the suit and tie, like asshole kind of like realtor, or like the one that does it part-time, doesn't care, you know?
And that's the issue. Part-time realtors are definitely a challenge, because I'm not going to say all of them are like this, but a lot of the times they're not depending on that income. So they're not giving clients the proper information a lot of the times, and I hate to paint everybody with the same brush, but it's just my experiences along the way. But,
so do you have one last one then to wrap it up?
Yes, the big one is the balance of work and family. A lot of the times, for example, over the past 2 months, I've been working 7 days a week, getting home at 10, 11 o'clock at night. There's been days where I haven't seen my kids, haven't seen my wife, and it's just that kind of an industry. When you have business, you have to go, and when you don't have business, you're usually planning for the future. And it's, like I said, it's cyclical. So definitely the challenge of work, family, and that balance is definitely something tough. But you make it work, you figure it out, and you make it work, right?
Definitely. So, it's kind of, you got to see where you want to spend your time.
Exactly.
Look at the future and see where it wants to go, and
exactly.
Figure it out.
Guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys learned a little bit from the new side and the old side. So
hopefully if you're a realtor that's starting out, or even a realtor that's been in the business for a while, or even just an entrepreneur in general, you see kind of challenges that are faced, and hopefully this video helped you a little bit.
Definitely. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put our contact information below. Hit us up. If you liked the video, smash the like button.
Not your computer, just the like button.
Yeah, don't actually smash your
I
keyboard.
mean, if you want to, you
Okay,
can.
we're not providing you any
Yeah,
keyboard
definitely
though.
not.
Reach out to us if you have any questions at all. We'll leave our contact information below. Look us up on Instagram at It Is Chris Bryan and at ArmaniSells.ca. We'll be happy to help. So guys, thank you so much. Have a great day and peace.